morning, guys and gals, and welcome to the Monday, May 26th episode of Morning Coffee and Chat. I got a hair right there, and I got it on the first try. Not too awful bad for a half blind, partially crippled dude that, yeah. Anyway, happy Memorial Day. Hope you guys have got some plans. I know we do. We're going to be doing some grilling out. We're going to be doing some burgers and dogs. The wife is making baked beans in her crazy Yankee-fied style. Good morning, David. Happy Memorial Day. Hope you're doing well today, man. It's a busy weekend. It's a busy week. We upped, here, let me get this thing straightened up here just a hair. Kind of cockeyed. Kind of like me, you know. But, yeah, Memorial weekend and a few days before the weekend started is when our Lakers moved back into the area for their summer. The big city folk that, want that good old fashioned country living and, $2 and $3 and $4 million homes on the lake with HOA and all that fun crap. Good morning, Stephen. Uh, yeah, but we upped dough production. We added another 40 pizzas all week long. So more dough production. I went in there yesterday morning to get the pizza made and get the dough balls rolled. For last night, there was not a single ball left from Saturday night. So I don't know if they ran out. I don't know if they found something else to do with them, if they threw them out themselves and just washed the boxes. Saturday night, no clue. I would say they were busier than hell because I got in there yesterday and they didn't even take the trash out from Saturday night. It was sitting in front of the main table in the kitchen. I got it tied up, taken out, and went to work. I was there for 4 hours yesterday. I'm normally only there for about an hour and a half, the longest 2 hours on a Sunday. And I busted hump. But, off today. Don't have to go in till, 9 tomorrow. So we are going to grill out. We're going to have us a drinky poo or two and really kind of enjoy the holiday. Kids might be coming over with the granddaughters. Nope, didn't get that hair. It's right there. Might have got it that time. We'll see. But hope you guys have plans for Memorial Day. Where is I am seeing that thing. My luck, it's not a hair. It's just spots before my eyes. Go figure. But anyway, the title of today's stream, new channel, Ghost to Ghost podcast, getting it all rolling. I was at work on Saturday morning. And of course, I've told you guys before, I crank up the little pillbox speaker to its max, and I listen to Pandora when I'm at work. I was kind of just not in the mood for music. So I started looking for podcasts. Of course, I started looking for paranormal podcasts. And lo and behold, who do I find? Our buddies and the creators of my namesake, Paranormal Papa, Trevor and Riley from What Goes Bump in the Night are on Pandora. So for 2 days now, I've been listening to the What Goes Bump in the Night podcast and finally came home yesterday. The wife was sleeping, the daughter was playing her game on the couch. So I came in here and I contacted Trevor to figure out how to get the podcast thing rolling. So here real soon, we are going to have Ghost to Ghost PM, our live interviews with other paranormal enthusiasts, cryptozoologists, ufologists. If it has to do with the supernatural or the paranormal, we're going to have them on. I've already contacted a couple different people from here on the platform, and I've got response from one. I'm waiting on a response from the second one about getting it fired up. Of course, our live stream interviews will be transferred over to podcast platforms where we will start posting our podcasts. Having either we'll be doing the Ghost to Ghost, hopefully, scheduled tentatively right now, either Friday or Saturday evenings. But, some people like to go out and do their hunting on the weekends. So we may have to schedule them just la-di-da whenever they have a free time or a few minutes that we can sit down and chat. We'll just have to see how it goes. New channel. We do have a second channel now. It is Paranormal Papa Investigations. So definitely pop over there, check it out. It's here on YouTube. That's gonna cater strictly to all of our paranormal stuff, our investigations, our videos on the paranormal, haunted objects, haunted stories, all kinds of stuff like that. I've got a couple of good investigations that I've already got the okay on. I was going to do one last night, and I decided, nope, I'm going to give myself a week. So hopefully we'll have one on the books come the middle of next week. I'll go out and do the investigation on Sunday night, work on the video and stuff on Monday, upload it for Wednesday evening. Maybe Wednesday during the day. Who knows? You never can tell with me. I'm kind of a spontaneous kind of critter. But I'm ready to get started back up again. It's almost June, y'all, and we've not gone out on a single investigation yet. So, I'd like to get a couple of them under my belt before Ghostorama on June 21st in Jackson, Michigan. That's going to be epic. Doing my first kind of sort of official first public speaking engagement on my own history with it, the how I got into it, what we have found, where we've gone, things like that. It's just going to be really, really cool. And then, of course, I'll be playing tour guide for the after hours ghost hunt. I'll take a group out with me. Danny will probably take a group out with him, or maybe Danny and Crystal. Who knows? Uh, but we're gonna have some pretty cool guests there. It's gonna be a great it's gonna be a great experience, just like every single Ghosterama's been. Nope, we got somebody else in here now. I see three watching. It is Tony. Morning, bud. You're running behind. You're normally in here sitting and waiting before the clock even chimes and I get this started. But yeah, it's been a busy weekend, man. Trying to get the new channel all started up, get some of our videos moved over to it, um, figuring out the podcast thing, figuring out guests for Ghost to Ghost. Of course, Ghost to Ghost and everything. Like I said, Paranormal Papa Investigations, that channel is going to host all of our paranormal stuff from now on, leaving this one here just strictly for history and the many mysteries it's left behind. Um, it slipped my mind that today was Monday. Uh-oh. Things are slipping your mind already? You are far too young of a man for that to be happening. That's okay. I got this scheduled yesterday. And of course, Ralphie Poo Poo Shithead was up on the bed I turned off my alarm so, I could actually, since I stayed up a little later last night, um, me and the wife and Felix were, for the last few days, have been doing a Final Destination retrospective since the new movie's coming out here real soon. So I stayed up a little later last night so we could finish off the fourth and fifth films, and turned off my alarm. I figured, something, I might actually sleep till 4:30 or 5 o'clock. And like I said, Ralphie Poo Poo Shithead decided that he wanted to jump up on my pillow, wrap himself around the top of my bald head, and start licking my forehead at about 15 minutes after 3. So I woke up, gave him the love that he obviously felt he deserved that early in the morning, and then decided, well, I'm wide awake and wet. It's time to get up. Good morning, Sarah. Hope you're doing good this morning. Happy Memorial Day to you and the youngins. It's a shame you and the kids don't live a little bit closer. I'd invite you all over for lunch today. Going to be firing that grill up here right after the parade, which, by the way, this is probably going to be a short stream because the Memorial Day parade um, starts at 10. So we got to be up there and have some place to plop our booties a little bit before 10. So this is probably going to be a little bit shorter stream. And it's basically just letting everybody know about the new channel and about everything going on with Why don't, well, I just realized the more things that I throw in the skillet, um, is just more stuff I have to do. So now I got to make videos for two channels, plus schedule the live streams, plus convert the live streams or the Ghost to Ghost PM episodes over to podcast mode, upload them to the different podcast platforms. Plus, summer's here, so I got to start working in the yard and take care of the stuff here at the house and work. And those hours are increasing because we're getting busier. What the hell am I doing to myself? I'm getting older and working harder. I'm supposed to be looking forward to retirement. Of course, the stories I'm hearing coming out of Washington doesn't sound like I'm going to be able to retire until I'm 97. So, who knows? It's a rainy day there. Not here. There's not even any rain in the forecast for the next 3 or 4 days. It's going to be cool through the rest of May. Right now it's in what is it, 44 degrees here right now. It was 39 degrees yesterday when I left for work. In frickin' May, y'all. 39 damn degrees. I don't get it. Let me see here. Sounds nice. I just moved, actually. I have lots of cleaning and crap to do. Crap first, clean second. It's much easier that way. We keep trying to explain that to Georgie. She likes to, our little female cat that runs around here in the house. She likes to crap after we clean. And, yeah. So, yeah, definitely crap first, clean second. Makes much more sense that way. What's up? It's been a while. Dude, what is up, Paris? Good to see you. It has been a while. It's been a long while, but am I talking to Kyle or Trina? Well, regardless, I knew that Kyle had started that new job. He was getting acclimated, you know. So I just kind of been leaving everybody alone. And, oh, it's both? Well, happy Memorial Day, guys. I just been kind of keeping my space and, working out different ideas in my head. Um, I knew that you were in that new job, you were driving. I never knew when you were home. I didn't want to bug you on the road. It just change sucks. It's nice because now you're not, 200-300 foot in the air climbing towers and shit anymore. That always terrified the hell out of me was, getting that message on Messenger or something that you fell or got hurt or got trapped up there in high winds or something like that. So, and if I feel that way, I'm sure Trina really appreciates the fact that you're staying on old terra firma. Let me see here. What new channel? I missed it. I've been so busy lately. I've been out of the loop. Okay. Again, I'll make the announcement because, well, that's what this stream is all about this morning. We do have another channel. It is Paranormal Papa Investigations. We're going to do all the paranormal stuff over on that channel. All the stories, our investigations, videos featuring other paranormal teams, everything. if it has to do with the paranormal, the supernatural, cryptids, ghosts, goblins, oogie boogies, things that go bump in the night, it's going to be over there. This channel here is going to be strictly history and its mysteries. So that new channel. So if you're a fan of the paranormal and stuff, or you just want to support old Papa, um, go over there and check out Paranormal Papa Investigations. There's only like 3 videos on there now. I'm still in the process of moving um, our paranormal stuff over there. Uh, 47, I think. Cold here too. Truck broke down yesterday, 40 miles from home. Oh, geez, who criminy. Go figure. So I got a trailer and hauled it home. Replaced broken tie rod end. Nice. Nice. I never thought that Happy Memorial Day was appropriate. Kyle is off all week. Very cool. Hey, thanks, David, for pulling that up for me. Um, it's still too new for me to get the custom URL, but just as soon as I can get the custom URL for it, it's going to be so much easier to remember because you just got to type in youtube.com/paranormal papa investigations. But that's like, the first video I made was a welcome to the new channel, but I can't assign that introduction video until we hit a certain number of subscribers and crap. So, yeah, all in time, I guess. It's fun as hell when the steering fails to function properly at 60 miles an hour. Jesus God Almighty. Well, I got to really buck down now and try to find an old crap snowmobile trailer, something low profile with the smaller wheels on it. Because now that the wife and daughter are going to start doing the Ren fairs with me after they visited me, last Saturday when I was doing security in Niles at the Niles Ren Fair. They had such a good time and enjoyed it so much that they want to start attending them too. So I gotta buck down, find my trailer, and get the Viking house built before next May, so we have room to provide shelter for the 3 of us. This year I didn't have a tent, I didn't have anything, so I took my pop-up awning and just popped it and left it on its lowest setting and threw my bed underneath it. So I had no walls or anything, just a roof over my head. So, yeah, that is like the most modern I have ever camped at an event, and it'll be the last damn time I do it. So, congrats on the new channel. Thank you, Sarah. I'm off work all summer. Yeah, that's the really cool thing about working in the education field is, having summer off. The sucky thing is the fact, how they split your pay. So you make part of it during the school year and the other half of it during your time off for summer. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing in the world like, and I'm just going to throw numbers out there for the shits and giggles of it. But there's nothing like making $800 a week and only getting paid $400 a week and having to wait for your other $400 for 7 or 8 months, 6 months. So yeah, that's the only bad thing about it. But at least you got a paycheck coming in um, year round. Hey sis, good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Happy Memorial Day to you and Jay. Where's there? Does that mean we can chat again? Good, thank you. Well, fortunately, I'm salary. I get paid the same all year. That's even better. Awesome. So, did you stay in that same vicinity, Sarah, or did you guys actually um, move a little bit closer to Michigan? When does school end for you, Jen? Well, we're wanting to buy the farm. Well, if they didn't do that, too many would spend all their money by July for and starve by August. Yes, so I'm on the Virginia, West Virginia border. I moved to Virginia. I quit at the end of February, totally retired now. Yes, so I moved. I'm on the. Well, that's kind of cool. I mean, as long as you and the kids are happy, that's all that matters. And you being the woman that you are, you're going to make that house a home pretty fast. So hopefully I'll hit the lottery this year and be able to travel a little bit and might even make it out that way. Who knows? So do me a big favor and keep me a couple of couch cushions vacant, just in case. Um, Pretty sure it's not going to happen, but yeah, who the hell knows? It could. I mean, the odds of me winning the lottery are what, 8 million to one. But hey, there's that one. It's in Leesburg, Ohio, so we'll be a little closer to Ashley, which is what she really wants. Well, if she wants you guys close, they could always buckle down, refinance the home, and build you guys your own house somewhere on the property. That way, you just don't even got to put your shoes on to go visit her. You just walk out your door and down the trail, and boom, you're there. So maybe put one of those little Asian gardens in between your house and hers, so y'all got some place to sit and drink coffee and BS around like mothers and daughters do. Some place for your chickies. Some place for Jay to split wood. I'm pulling at straws now. Um, very happy. We have a yard for them to. Oh shit! Everybody's chatting now. I gotta get up here. Gotta get up here. What did I say? Very happy. We have a yard for them to And now they also have their own bedroom. The house needs quite a lot of work. So that's why I've been so busy, because I've had to do the work myself. Still got time to put them pretty pictures on Instagram, though. If I win the lottery, I'll pay for all of us to do a meet and greet. Yeah, that's something I'd really like to do sometime soon. Some of us have been friends and, you know, been keeping track of each other and stuff for years now. And it'd be nice to actually be able to get together and spend time together, like a family should. I'm still ripping DVDs. Tony, you'll be ripping DVDs forever and a bloody damn day. There's a lot of DVDs there. Hey, Drew, my brother Ben, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well today. Um, if you was in America right now, I would say Happy Memorial Day. But since you're down under, we'll just say Happy Monday to you. Happy 26th of May. I don't know how many there are anymore. They have postage stamp, lot with their house. We'll have a 5-acre farm. Oh, nice. Very cool. I'll be ripping USBs. Certainly seems so. But yeah, definitely, guys, go over and check out the new channel. Like I said, there's only 3 videos on it now. I'm still in the process of moving the paranormal videos and stuff over there. But yeah, definitely go over and check out Paranormal Papa Investigations. That is little old me, and that's going to be, strictly all of our paranormal stuff, all of our stories, all of our videos featuring other paranormal teams. It's going to be our own investigations. It's going to be uh, Ghost to Ghost PM, which is getting started back up here very soon. Um, and also going to be our source material for the new Paranormal Papa podcast. So, like I said, I just keep throwing more and more shit in the skillet. I already have I already don't know if I'm pitching or catching most days, and I'm just throwing more stuff in the fire. So, I've got to do something. Awesome. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think we had two subscribers um, earlier today. We're up to 4 now. Look at that. Of course, I got to find uh, I got to find or at least sit down and communicate with y'all about those of you that are doing the paranormal thing yourselves, or the Urbex or anything like that, being able to get one of your videos up on the channel. I want it to feature not just paranormal teams and stuff that I find that are really interesting, but I want it to also feature members of our own little special family, where new people can come in and check your stuff out as well. Jan, Ben, everybody here that Ferris, everyone that does paranormal stuff, I definitely, or urbex or anything like that, I definitely want to feature one of your videos also on paranormal papa. So let's see here. Sounds like our man has some big plans coming. Oh yeah, I got some big stuff coming. I done most of it yesterday after work. Of course, if y'all want to show some love, you can go over to What Goes Bump in the Night here on YouTube and thank Trevor and Riley Clark and Trevor Jensen for Paranormal Papa, which they started calling me last year when I was the guest on one of their live stream interviews. And also thank them for giving me the idea of doing a podcast because I started listening to them Saturday while I was at work on Pandora. I was looking for paranormal podcasts and I ran across What Goes Bump in the Night, and for 2 days listened to nothing at work but What Goes Bump in the Night. Of course, I talked to Trevor yesterday. They're going to be helping me set up the podcasting, and they're also going to be one of our first guests when Ghost to Ghost PM fires back up. I also got a hold of Ashley from Ghostcraft Coven about her and the girls being one of the first guests. So hopefully we'll be able to work something out. They live out in Southern California, so there's a little bit of a time difference between here and there. So, but we'll figure something out. Well, Drew, my man, I give you permission to use any video you feel fits. If that's what you want to do, you have my blessing. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that, bud. Thanks again, David, for running that link to the other channel. I really appreciate it. You know that there is actually near the cabin. Missouri big about using letters for road names. Wisconsin was big on that too. Oh, what time's it getting to be? I need to like watch the. Let me turn this, get this thing open back up so I can actually see without bending down and squinting at the bottom of the screen. I gotta find a computer that's got the right plugs on it so I can start using this 36-inch monitor back here that's just black. Oh, God help me. It was a typo. Yeah. We went to a couple of garage sales the other day, and I found computers at both of them, and gateways and Dells and stuff like that. They were pretty cheap, pretty cheap for the normal person. They were out of reach for me, but Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. Like I said, that's going to be where all of our paranormal goes from now on. There won't be any paranormal on this channel anymore. It'll all be over on Paranormal Papa. Uh, just goes to show that it may take me a while to respond, but eventually, eventually, I respond to people's requests. That we've had people on here in the past that's I thought this was a history channel. I thought this was a historic mystery channel. Why is all the paranormal on here? Um, and then I finally got a message the other day where somebody had suggested starting a second channel. And, well, the other day, about 3 weeks ago. But I, it took me a while, but I did it. I was honored to be part of Metamora, Indiana's Memorial Day celebration yesterday. I was working at the shop, so was already there. Totally lost it when they played taps. Yeah, they'll do that down at the cemetery after the parade today. In the past, I've taken whatever primitive firearm I have and taken part in the cemetery. I just stand right there with the vets and fire with them. I don't have any primitive firearms now, so I won't be taking part in that part. The wife and daughter do want to go to the parade, so that's why I'm watching the time, is because it starts at 10, which means we have to be uptown and have seats where we can see prior to 10. So yeah, it's gonna be short today. Um, but the nice thing is next Monday's not a holiday, so won't be short. Yeah, David, I got the typo, but when I saw the sign popped in my mind. Sometimes paranormal and history go together. Good, especially investigations in historic places. Yeah, I know, but they say you can't make everybody happy, but damn it, I try. So, um, although having signs with letters up to 22, but I have never seen having seen signs. I put up a video on the celebration. It's 10 here already. Yeah, 10 p.m. Yeah, it's only what 8:43 a.m. here, so we got about another 20 minutes, give or take a couple minutes, that I can talk. I still need to go get dressed and make myself pretty. So yeah, I know I'm asking for big things in little time. I have the 1858 and the 1860 revolvers, but no long guns. Yeah, if I had the cowboy rig, I would definitely go about 1880, 1885, something like that, and uh, fire the revolver. But I don't. So, and that pretty little pop um, that I got put over there in my box. that I got from a certain individual here a few months ago. That wouldn't fit in. So, besides the really, really bad thing about single shot black powder is it takes too long to reload when you're firing consecutive, about what, 4 seconds apart. I'm good. I'm good loading a single shot black powder rifle, but I ain't that good. Revolvers or Civil War era. Let's see, that'd be even better. I could put on my captain's coat, put on my hat, put on my boots, and do Civil War. Or I could use the same firearms and do Indian War. There's all kinds of things I could do. I gotta clean this place. I gotta start boxing stuff up. I've got uniforms and Revolutionary War outfits, French and Indian War outfits, hunting frocks, fringed breeches, stuff hanging over there that I've not wore in years. No damn wonder the wife calls this a catch-all. Good evening, Debbie. Hope you're doing well, my love. Just a heads up, Debbie, everybody else in here already knows. We have a second channel now that's going to handle all of our paranormal stuff. It is right here on YouTube. It is Paranormal Papa Investigations. That's where anything and everything that has to do with the paranormal is going to be from now on. 11 p.m. in Sydney. God, that's got to be pretty. Something about the lights, the big amphitheater right there in the bay. One day, it's funny how we can always say one day I'm going to go there or one day I'm going to see that. I said that to the wife the other day when we were looking at or we were watching TV and a commercial come on that had Notre Dame at the beginning of it. And I told her, I said, one day before I die, I would love to see Notre Dame Cathedral, especially now that they've rebuilt it and modernized it, but kept it as close to the original construction as possible. And she just she told me, she said, you better start working a lot more hours because you want to see Scotland, you want to visit England, you want to go to Ireland where your great grandmother's family came from, you want to go to France, you want to see Australia, you better start working a lot more hours. So I figure I'm going to work a lot more hours, die from a stroke or heart attack at a very young age, and she's going to travel the world on my insurance, and I'm going to have a Viking funeral. She's already told me I have a canoe sitting out here. She's going to fill it full of firewood and gasoline, lay me on top of it, push me out in the lake, and have somebody shoot flaming arrows at me. So we know where I'm going to be buried at. During the cowboy times that you saw out west, was East Coast more law and order compared to the West, or in your case, oh, they say Hickok. Um, a lot more people on the East Coast uh, automatically equals a lot more crime, but out west you had much smaller populations but much more violent crimes. Let's I think that makes sense. I would love to buy a Victorian house somewhere in the U.S. They're for sale. We had one just 4 blocks away from here 2 years ago. That was they were only wanting 60, 65 for it, and I think they wound up selling the place for 62. Beautiful little 4 bedroom Victorian. Matter of fact, it's not even that far. It's only like 3 blocks away from here. Um, but yeah, um, we have them all over this area. Well, on the cruise we're taking in August, we're visiting Scotland and Ireland. Yeah, I'll definitely post pictures. Probably honestly going to be the closest I ever get to either one. Traveling is expensive. Come to Sydney, Australia, and I'll show you the world's largest Victorian heritage listed cemetery in the world with over 1 million graves. Oh, honey, I'd love to. I'd love to. We'll be uploading videos on the channel too. How much? I could have bought that. Send me pics through my DM on Instagram. I will keep my eyes open, Debbie, and whenever I see a for sale sign or I catch a listing in the area on Zillow or something like that, I will definitely get pictures and as much information as I can, and I'll send it to you. Should check it out. I live in an 8 bedroom estate. Let me know. I found that those houses usually require a lot of work and it's expensive to upkeep them. The house I have now was built in the 1920s and the floors are so original. They're in bad shape. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. Um, let me see what let me check real quick and see what the I don't even know what the damn title for my there it is. Blam. It's under Living History's Mysteries. You know, all joined together, one word, yada yada yada. Um, Bloody hell. You know, kind of looks like that right there. Where am I at? There I am. Wait. Yeah, there I am. Bum, bum, bum. I never look at my profile, so I honestly had absolutely no clue what it was even listed under anymore. I started that forever ago, and just every once in a while, I might throw a picture or something up there, but that's about the extent of it. Um, I'll give you a follow. Thank you. Appreciate it. Housing costs here. And the states are absurd. Oh yeah, very expensive. Very expensive. Since this place here needs a ton of work. I mean, not only was it a crappy built modular 22 years ago when it was bought, but since Grandpa died a year after they bought it, and Grandma was here for 20 years by herself, um, nothing ever got done. The roof still has the original 10-year shingles on it. Um, it needs completely landscaped because it got out of control. The trees that he planted out front, the giant pine trees that started off 10 feet tall, are now 75 feet tall and block off all the sunlight to the front yard. Um, but they paid out the ass. They got robbed on this place. I'll be honest with you. They paid almost $95,000 for the house when they had to tear down the old house that sits right out from the back door. They had to tear it down because it was Civil War era built, and when they moved here from California, um, they bought the property and they lived in the house for 15 years before it just fell into so much disarray that there was no fixing it. Um, but they tore it down, bought this modular, put it on the property, overpaid sickly for it. So it needs a lot of fixing up and everything. But the point I'm trying to make, you mentioned the housing market and prices. Since they put the beach and the pier and everything in 3 blocks west of here, this is now considered a tourist town. They're in the process now of putting even more beach in, um, which took this property value almost triple what the house cost 22 years ago, 23 years ago. So, what they originally bought this property with the old house on it for $30,000. Um, the last time when they put the beach in down here 3 years ago, we talked to some people and they had their houses revalued. And one of them's in just as bad a shape as ours is. And they was $280,000 for a property like this, which is now considered, since like I said, we're only 3 blocks from the lake, we're considered lakefront property. So yeah, we can get this place fixed up. We can get a little over $300,000 for it. So yeah, we only got $30,000 left to pay on it. Woohoo! Woohoo! I'm glad that we own both properties outright. Oh, I'm sure. How are things in Florida? They made gold tax free. Florida is a retirement destination, so it's more costly than most. Um, I would say, yeah. Actually, I spent a week in Florida several years ago, and it was expensive as hell. I mean, just eating out, it was almost twice as much to go to McDonald's in Tampa as it was here. 30 years ago, I was still getting a Big Mac for $1. It was like, what was it, like 6, 5 or almost $5. for a Big Mac, fries, and a drink in Tampa. And we weren't going. I would go to McDonald's while my buddy was in his sales classes for his company. But at night we went out and had like dinner with his coworkers, and I seen, you know, 75, $80 bills for just him and I to go out and eat at some of these places. You know, when back up here we were paying, you know, $20 for a family to go out and eat. So yeah, things are a little bit more expensive in Florida. Um, it would be cool if you were able to rent your house out for a week, doing, yeah, like Airbnb, and taking that money and using it for y'all to go on a trip. Yeah, you pay off your mortgage, stay where you are. I think it'd be more wise to pay it off and keep it, especially if the value is going to continue to rise. Oh, it's going to continue to rise. They're talking about putting in a second pier, which I've never shown you guys photos of it. And now, since for some reason on the um, community tab, I can't post any pictures, only only words. Um, I don't know when I'm going to be able to show pictures, but they put a 100-foot pier in down here where the paddle boat launch is at. People can fish off of it. They can swim off of it. Um, it probably sits, you know, 15, 17 feet up out of the water, and it's 100 feet out to the end, and then there's like a 30 or 35 foot T, so you know it runs like this. But they're talking about putting a second one in and broadening out the beach even, or lengthening out the beach even more. So as long as they keep doing things, they've laid in, you know, brand new sidewalks. We have got now. I think this is stupid. We have got street lights all through downtown that are all Bluetooth connected, so they play music in the summertime. The Bluetooth allows you to change the color of the light on them, so you can do, you know, like green, red, green, red, green, red for Christmas time, or you can do blue, or you can do red, or you can do white, or you can do any color. And they have their own little sprinkler systems. So, you know, you've got these old historic looking black light posts that go up, and then you've got a cross tee about 8 or 10 foot off the ground to hang flower pots on, and each of the cross tees got its own little sprinkler to sprinkle the flowers. So, yeah, I would say 10, 15,000 per light pole, and we have what, 30 of them, 50 of them, something like that. Um, they wanted to move this town into the 20th century because it was stuck in the 19th century for, Jesus, 5 decades. Um, and they did it when we got those grants from the state and the federal government. That money went into some dumb shit. Because I think it'd be curious. Do you know PDX? Um, I have. I have seen PDX before. Um, it's been a long time, but I'm familiar with PDX. Funny what people will do when they're spending taxpayer money. Yeah, because see, we started off with like a $75,000 grant um, from the state. And within the same summer, we got like 8 or 9 million from the federal government to all spend on modernization, rejuvenation. They went through and painted a bunch, had people come out from New Jersey that painted a bunch of murals on like our railroad trestle, our overpass, sides of buildings, all of our power boxes that sit through town, things like that. They put in the brand new 3-tone gray sidewalk. Of course, it couldn't just be like block, 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 block. They're all custom cut stones, so they put that in. They redone all the water piping in town, which now makes our water taste like crap. Um, God, what else? The light poles, the beach, pier, stuff like that. We get up here to the parade. I'll take some video of it, and I'll post it on here so y'all can see what I mean about the light poles and shit. I personally would have taken the, you know, money and, you know, done little things for town here, like, some new parks or places for people to hang out or walk. Maybe uh, done some kind of a thing where you could apply for a grant from the town to remodel your home or get your roof fixed or landscape, you know, whatever. Uh, um, I think I think beautification of a town starts with the individual homes in the town. And if you want to draw businesses and more people in, nobody really gives a Samwise Gamgee about the sidewalk and the light poles and shit like that. They want to go through and see other pretty homes and know that their housing value is going to continue to rise, not fall because of all the other homes and stuff that are in disarray. So that's what I would have done. Who am I? No one. There is nothing wrong with laying a little pipe now and then. You should know, Yahuwah. That's what I forgot to put on my schedule. Laying pipe. So busy with channels and podcasts and interviews and work and yard work and housework, and I forgot about fun. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that, dear. Oh, coffee pot just shut off. It is 9:09. I'm going to give you guys another 10 minutes. Well, I'll give you till, what, a quarter after. And like I said, I have to go get dressed and get my rig together to go up and film this parade and stuff like that. Hopefully, we'll be able to find someplace shady so I can actually see the screen. Um, yeah, went to hit the record button and stuff. Of course, um, I've been getting like real creative here, trying to build my own equipment and everything. I've been looking for one of the full rigs to put my cameras and my devices on and stuff that I could screw onto my tripod uh, for the investigations and everything. Uh, I made my rig, so I've got that all taken care of. I've been after a paranormal pump for years. No one, I can't afford a paranormal pump. So I'm building a paranormal pump. It's nothing but a electric motor with a magnet connected to the end. And as the magnet spins, it emits electromagnetic energy into the air around it. I'm going to, of course, go for a little bit bigger motor, so it's the RPMs are higher, and it's going to put a stronger field out. So whenever I've got like the EM detector out or something like that, I have to stay away from the pump. When I get it built, I'll show you guys. It's going to be battery controlled, of course. Probably light up like a Christmas tree, knowing me. I like to be flashy. Just, woo woo. Charge 1 red cent. I have never charged 1 red cent. Thank you. Okay, so you're not a hua. You're just a slut. I don't make a cent either, but still, YouTube is a little. I think he was referring to the fact that I called him a hua. Streetwalker, corner jockey, that kind of hua. Oh, believe me, and with his live stream that he was doing every week, Tony probably knows you don't make a lot of money on YouTube. That's for damn sure. Not unless every single thing you upload goes viral. If you're getting 150,000 views per every video you upload, then yeah, you make a little bit of money. But that's about the only way you do it. Yes, slut is rather accurate. That's why I don't do much on YouTube. I have enough shit going on. So do I, and I'm still throwing more irons in the fire. What do? I've never made YouTube money. I know how hard you work on your channel. I could never keep up with you. I couldn't keep up with his lives and stuff like that. Every time I turned around, he was going live, and it's like, dude, damn. Why can't you do this on days when I don't have a live stream and I'd be there every day? But spending, 2 hours on here, and then spending another hour or 2 hours watching other people, I get yelled at. Hey, Terry. Good to see you. Yeah, if you're like Mr. Beast. Yeah, you got to look at what he does, though. Not only does he have Not only does he have his YouTube channel, but he's got channels on TV. He's got Mr. Beast games. He's got all this other stuff that he does. So yeah, old Beastie Boy, he racks it in for damn sure. Happy Memorial Day, Terry, by the way. Well, guys, it's 16 minutes after. I got to go get ready so we can head uptown. I got to make sure the wife and daughter are ready, um, so we can get up there, find some place to sit. This is the one day through the year, beside, well, I take that back. This is one of 2 days through the year when not only the entire town, but the entire surrounding community comes out. The only other one is the Christmas tree lighting ceremony every December. And you have 3,000 people gathered all around down here by the pier now. It used to be down at the Log Cabin Museum, but they've moved it down here by the pier. Um, but same with this parade. They line every street that the parade route's on. So thanks again, David, for that. I tend to think in full sentences, so more than a single post. Great day, everyone. Take care. Yep, you guys definitely all have a great Memorial Day. Like I said, I wish you all lived closer. I'd invite you all up for dinner. It's going to be burgers and doggies and salads and all kinds of fun shit. Baked beans in a Michigan Yankee style that the wife. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Have fun. Have a good holiday. And we'll get together next Monday. It'll be June already. But for now, Papa's out of here. I will catch you all very soon. Much love to y'all. And we'll see you in a week. Have a good day.